I thought I had the perfect idea for an intro to this video.
George, do you have a pen?
Let me check in my nutsack. But then I read this, check it out. We've heard that some unscrupulous people make rude double entendres about our name, but we disavow all such behavior. Do I lack scruples? All right, settle down, settle down. We're gonna talk about the NutSac, Rucksac, and yes, there could be a lot of jokes made. But I'll tell you, when I got the box and I opened it and this bag was in it, all my jokes kind of faded away and I realized that I was dealing with a really quality and superior wax canvas bag. In that space of wax canvas and leather, there's not too many quality bags out there. And I think this is a find. We're going to talk about this bag. We're going to do the specs. I'm going to show you some of the cooler things about this bag. Then I'll give you my final thoughts as a wrap up. So what I think this bag is good for is damn near everything. You could take this bag into the office. You could take this bag into the woods. It could just be your everyday carry bag onto the job site. Throw it around because it's built that tough. You know, it looks really good. It's got an old world heritage look. Let's talk about the specs real quick. Now, one of the things I like to list is the liters on the bag, but I couldn't find the liters capacity on the website. So georgedefined had to use an educated guess. I'm thinking this bag is between 20 and 25 liters. And what gives me that is the dimensions of the bag. The dimensions are 19 inches tall, 13 inches wide, and it can expand out to 5 inches. So that and just what I'm able to put in this bag tells me that it's in that range. I think it's right around 23, if I was to guess, educated guess, 23 liters or something like that. Now the weight on this bag is 3.5 pounds, and I think that's pretty good for a heavy wax canvas bag. We're talking about heavy duty materials right here on this bag. Now, I said I'm gonna take you to the coolest sections, but on this bag, I think the coolest thing we could talk about is the materials on this bag. So, the materials down here at the bottom of the bag, you got a heavy, full grain leather. This leather is super thick. Feels really good. It's already starting to get like a patina. That's what they call it, a patina. I call it wear. But I set the bag down. It's got my own little scrapes and scars are starting to develop on the leather, and that just improves the look after a time. If you move up, it was covering this bag is a great wax canvas. Now, with wax canvas, you do get the benefit of improved weather resistance. So water will just shed on this pack. So that's pretty cool, and it's just thick enough to do that. Now, you do have to calculate that you're going to have to re-wax the bag maybe after a year. For my bags that are wax canvas, I like to do them every year when the wax canvas gets a kind of thin. And I'll just grab an extra, case of wax, throw it on the bag, and then you're good to go for another year. Now, with the NutSac logo, all right, so you got the option. Down here at the bottom, you got, see the one they sent, NutSac sent me, thank you very much for sending this out to me, NutSac, was just a regular nut. Just a regular acorn nut on the outside of the bag, but you can get the one that says NutSac. I would prefer the one that just has the acorn on it, because you can avoid those conversations that you're going to have in the office. Somebody asks you, "What kind of bag is that?" Well, it's a bag that I found on the internet, and it's really, really well made. So if you get that NutSac on the outside, now we having a whole separate conversation that you may or may not want to have. So that's kind of the coolest thing on this bag. Now let's get into the main section. Now it's got this buckle button system on the outside. You see this a lot on older style like military surplus, rucksacks, military surplus holsters, stuff like that. Now I thought this was going to be a pain in my ass basically when I saw this, but after a few days it's nothing. You get used to it. The flap itself comes down, you pull it, the lid comes up, and then like if you need to do it on the fly, you just kind of get used to sticking this through. And then what helps is I have something pretty solid behind that button kind of holding it in, and it doesn't take that long. It's not as quick as the zipper, but it's still good. Now you flip this flap over, again, rucksack style, right? Old school rucksack style. This is your, I would consider this your quick access pocket because it's the first pocket that you get to kind of have access on the outside of this bag. I would have liked to see maybe a pocket on the lid back here. You got all this fabric on this lid. That would have been great right here if to have a little quick access to go in, but you don't have that. So we gotta deal with what we have. So what we have is a pocket right here, white KK zips, nice leather lanyard pull on here. The zippers are super buttery smooth. This pocket is a pretty large pocket, and I was able to fit in my Leuchtturm notebook in there. These are great notebooks. I say it in every video. These are great notebooks. But you see how big this is. So that's kind of the maximum that you're gonna be able to put into this pocket. My hand is pretty large, 5 or 6 inches. So that's about a 5 or 6 inch deep pocket, and it's pretty wide. It goes down to the end of the buckle right here. So you can stick your notebook in there, you can stick your keys, your wallet, stuff like that. Now you get to the drawstring opening on the top. This is not my favorite way to open a bag, I'm just telling you. But what NutSac did, and they know that this can be kind of inconvenient, they actually gave you a secondary opening on the bag on the side. So that's pretty slick. See that on some roll top bags, I see it on some other rucksack bags. So you can actually grab, like, you know, some smaller items out of here. We're gonna get to, this is the Sony XM3s, we're gonna get there. The fabric around the drawstring and the interior fabric itself is really high quality. This tan material, it's a nice canvas feeling. The cord is good. Now, I do have a gripe about the opening that you have when you try to get inside the bag. So the opening is kind of narrow. So if you want to put a really large item in this bag, I don't know why you would be doing that, but if you did, maybe you needed to shove something in. You got this opening to contend with, and it's kind of tight. And then you have pockets in the main section right here on this front wall, and also the laptop compartment right here on the back wall. So that creates like a sandwich effect. So sliding a larger item in here may be an issue, may or may not be an issue for you. So like I said, on the front wall of this pack right here, you got 2 pockets. They sit right here in the front, and they're a good size. So I put in one of the pockets, I put my recycle firefighter truckie. This is probably about 4x3. This little pouch right here, this is about the maximum size that you're gonna put in those 2 front pockets. So that's what I put in the left pocket, and then on the other pocket, I put in my Sofran light. I get a lot of flack for this Sofran light because it's super cheap, but it's 1,000 lumens, and it has this nice little LED button on it. I love this little flashlight. It's cheap. If I need another one, I'll throw this one away. I get another one. Great. I also just picked up this Spyderco Chaparral. I got rid of it, then I had to buy it back. This is the story of my life. This one is a different version though. This is the Bird's Eye Maple Chaparral. For how small this knife is, it fits my hands really, really well. George, this is not a knife review video. Move on. All right, so those are the 2 pockets that you have on the front. Now on the back of the bag right here, you have a pocket. I'm trying to hold this down so you guys can see. So you got a pocket right here, and then you also have a laptop compartment. What I'm missing? What am I missing? I'm missing a place for my tablet. There's no place for your tablet in this bag. I just want you to be aware of that. Just pointing out, it's maybe an improvement NutSac can do in the future is put a tablet seat, because I live on my tablet nowadays. But what I am happy to see is the laptop compartment will take a 15-inch laptop, and it's suspended. So, and they suspended the hell out of it. So it's really high up on the bag. The pocket itself for the laptop ends like right here. So you'll never have a problem with dropping your bag down or anything like that. And then on the front of that laptop compartment, you do have a pocket, and I don't have anything in there, but that would be great for you, like your charging cord for your laptop or a mouse or something like that. And that's really it. That's really it. That's all the pockets inside of the bag. Then it's just regular stuff, you know, my Sony XM3s. I got my little microfiber cloth in there, and I have my Venture Medical kit that I never leave home without. But that's the main section, guys. So let's work our way to the side of this bag. You got nice lay flat water bottle pockets on either side. Now, I found that these water pockets really work well. There's a little acorn on the button right here, so that's what snaps it closed and keeps it kind of streamlined. For this, I employed my 24-ounce CamelBak chute. This is a perfect damn fit for this pocket. It seats in there really, really well. I wouldn't go bigger. I wouldn't go 32-ounce Nalgene in this side pocket because it's not gonna seat as well. You start to run, this might come out. So 24-ounce water bottle or smaller, maybe just like a Deer Park or something like that. But this fits in there pretty damn well. It's almost, you know, fits in there well enough that you can almost button that little button on the side. So I have no doubt that that's going to stay in there really well. You have two of them. There's one on this side and there's one on this side. Now let's flip around to the back of this bag and we'll talk about the grab handle. This is where I interact with the bags a lot. So the grab handle on here has some nice leather. The webbing that NutSac uses, probably some of the best webbing I've seen on a backpack. To be totally honest, this is gonna last a really long time. It's big enough for my hands. It stands away from the backpack and get a great feel on it, pulling out my truck, onto the train. Everything just worked well with this grab handle. Now moving down to these shoulder straps right here, they're pretty straight. I mean, they're straight up and down. They don't have that ergonomic cut where they come down and cut out. These ones just hold onto your shoulders, kind of old school ruck, but they're padded up really well. The material that they use throughout the bag is the same as these shoulder straps. It's not going anywhere. It just, you know, it's like, I'm holding the load for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be around for years. So you got metal D-rings right here. You got D-rings as the adjusters down here, and then we continue with this great webbing, built to last webbing on this bag. Now I want to talk about this back panel. So the back panel on this bag reminds me of like a GoRuck GR1 in that GoRuck family, where you don't have any kind of air venting at all on the back panel, and you got to kind of suck it up and deal with it, buttercup. You know, it's like, it's not going to get any better. But one thing about this bag I think could be improved is putting a frame sheet in this bag. You see how it's kind of leaning down right now? It's because it doesn't have that structure to hold it up. So two kind of issues with this back panel. One is the air venting. You do have some padding back here and it's decent, but I would like some type of structure built into the bag. Now, overall, man, when you start stacking this pack up against other wax canvas bags, this pack is probably gonna win 9 times out of 10 because of the way that it's built. And let me talk about the price. The price is $365. You said what? Yeah, it's $365. Now let me put some qualifiers on it. It's made in America. It's got a lifetime warranty. So there's a quality factor on there. The competition is really none when you start talking about wax canvas. As far as me and what I've felt so far in my limited exposure to wax canvas bags, this is a really well-made bag. The design aspect, there are a couple of issues. The back panel, I would like to see improved. The openness of the main section, I would like to see improved. But if you're just gonna throw a lunch and a couple of EDC items in this bag and that's it, you're gonna roll with your laptop, you're gonna have no problems with this bag. What, if you try to overstuff it, you may have an issue trying to put things into the main section. But overall, like I said, this is an excellent damn bag. Thank you very much, NutSac, for sending this bag over for me to check out. Now, I won't be making any more jokes about y'all's name. I just won't. Guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the damn channel. If you got a question, leave it down there in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.